Next, the naming game. Dad liked the choice.
Loved his name. I always thought his name was really cool, even since I was young.
So did Mum, until the government stepped in.
I don't know what that means. Is he just gonna be
question mark
for the rest of his life? Are we gonna get?
Beep. It'll have to be called Beep.
Right.
How it all ended up after this. Welcome back. More than 280,000 baby names were registered in the last year in Australia, from the cute to the common to the downright different. But one almost didn't make it. After debating, like most couples, Josh and Dana Williams finally settled on a name for their little boy. And they thought that was it, until the government got involved.
It's not like I'm giving him a ridiculous name that is it's gonna be offensive for people or give him a hard time growing up.
What can't be used is a name that is offensive or a name that is an official title or rank.
He's just 3 months old and already this little boy is facing an identity crisis.
How do you change your son's name after 3 months when it's a family name and you've been doing? I don't know if I'm capable of changing his name, so I don't know what that means. Is he just gonna be
question mark
for the rest of his life? Are we gonna get
Beep? It'll have to be called Beep.
Right.
Mr. No Name.
If he's not gonna get an exemption.
Josh gets upset at me if I say Mr. No Name.
I think he's upset about it.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty upset.
American Josh and Australian Dana Williams were excited, like any new parents, about their pending arrival and found out they were having a boy at their 20-week scan. They then duly dubbed him in utero with the moniker they'd chosen.
She wasn't the biggest fan of the name at first, but we kind of decided that since it was a boy, I would be able to kind of have the final say in the name, and if it's a girl, she would have the final say, and when it was a boy, that's just the way the chips fell.
It was the name of a famous surfer, one of Josh's heroes, but more importantly, it was also Josh's grandfather's name.
He was always really someone I looked up to. And really, I just loved him a lot as a little kid and loved his name. I always thought his name was really cool, even since I was young.
So Dana sent off the paperwork to register his name. But then this letter. The New South Wales Department of Births, Deaths and Marriages didn't think his name was cool at all. Rather, they thought his name was some sort of delusion of grandeur. It was Duke.
So we're calling him Duke for 2 months. It's really bizarre to be told in a letter.
The Williamses appealed, thinking they couldn't be the first Australians to name their child Duke, but another rejection.
The reason they said was it resembles an official rank or title.
I think it's overstretching the use of the prohibited names of official title or rank.
Trademark lawyer Yves Hazan says New South Wales introduced legislation in 1995 to stop people giving themselves or their children titles as names. But it doesn't say what those names or titles are.
If this man wanted to call his child Premier or Prime Minister or Governor-General, I could fully understand the registrar to refuse the name. In this instance, the name Duke, in my view, is not one that an ordinary Australian of fair intelligence and fair education would consider to be an official title or rank.
With the kind of logic being applied by the New South Wales government, a raft of names would be prohibited, like Earl. And City Slickers 2 certainly wouldn't have been as funny.
Not Hurley. A Duke.
But after 3 months and a phone call from us to Births, Deaths and Marriages, finally they decided to get some legal advice. And in this case, the law wasn't the ass, the registrar was.
I have reviewed the application to register the birth of Duke Charles Williams and wish to advise that based on legal advice received from the New South Wales Crown Solicitor's Office, I can now approve this registration.
For Josh, Dana and the officially named Duke, it means they can get a birth certificate, a passport and get back to the US, where Josh works.
Duke Charles Williams the First, it's official.
In the end, the Duke wins. That's Rodney Lowe's reporting. This is Today Tonight. We'll have more in just a moment.